The 48th floor of the Cave of Ordeals contains a nasty combination of enemies, 2 Aerofols and 1 Darknut. Killing the Aerofols first can be tricky because the other one will attack you while you're focused on it, and also the Darknut has very long range despite its slow walking speed. Focusing on the Darknut first will often result in less damage taken overall, especially since the Aerofols do less damage than it does anyway. Taunt it into attacking, jump back to avoid it, and then quickly run in while its defenses are down in order to smack it. Run away when it throws the sword and immediately come back to finish it off, as soon as possible. The trick to beating it for its second phase is to hit it with your sword to force it to parry, and then immediately follow up with either a back splice, jump attack, or shield attack. Repeat this process until it's defeated. I also highly recommend using the magic armor for this room in particular because it's so awkward. I'm not simply because I'm going to complete the entire Cave of Ordeals without using any healing items other than the diggable recovery hearts. If you're playing the Wii version, be sure to remember to change your active item to the double claw shot as well. Oops. I'm going to wait for them to show their shield just before they swoop in, and then use your claw shot to latch on and pull them down. Then you can quickly smack them up. Once they're down on the ground and defending, you can use your shield attack to briefly stun them, and at this point it probably would have been smarter for me to switch targets and pull the other one down too, at the very least, to interrupt its swooping attack. The 49th and final enemy-filled room has 3 Darknuts at once. Every time after this that you enter, there will be 4 in here instead. Be warned, because one of them is just underneath this platform. I recommend you ball them up and stay on the outside as much as possible, only attacking the closest one. For the first phase, they're also quite vulnerable to bombs, so take advantage of that by making them walk into explosions. Now the real trick to doing damage is to taunt them into attacking and then striking while their defenses are down. There are 2 ways to go about this. You can either take out one at a time, or you can keep them at relatively the same amount of health so that you can bring them all to the second phase at the same time. I think this way is much easier personally, just because then that way they all fight the same, making this easier to predict how they will interact with you. In the second phase, Darknuts tend to counterattack if you use stronger attacks such as the jump attack or back slice. Using regular attacks makes them parry you, however, once they are parried, then they're vulnerable to using some of those strong attacks. This actually makes them quite easy to defeat, but you'll need to separate them from the others so that your own attacks don't cause the others to attack you. Single them out one at a time, slash them, and then jump attack to get past their defenses. Quickly slash away to deal damage. And that's it! Just keep this process up and you should be able to defeat them. So smack them, use a jump attack, and smack them again. Once they're all taken care of, the door will open to the final floor. Now you can empty out a bottle so that you can claim the prize, which is Fairy's Tears, which will restore your life completely and also boost your attack for a few seconds, just like Rare Chew Jelly. Ironically, the best place to use Fairy's Tears is within the Cave of Ordeals. Also, from now on, there will be great fairies at all of these springs, which will then give you fairy steers for free, but only if you currently don't have any in any of your bottles. The only way to have more than one bottle of fairy steers at a time is to complete the Cave of Ordeals again, get all the way down to the bottom, and speak with this particular great fairy again. She will fill up another bottle. So thank you all for joining me. This is Caleb Simpson from ZeldaDungeon.net, and if you found this helpful, please feel free to check out our website in the future if you ever need help in any of the games in the Zelda series. Toodles!
又不是回家。